Dexter, the television series character, is a serial killer motivated by so-called code of honor, inspired by his deceased adoptive father, to kill his fellow criminals who escape justice. Using his work as a forensic analyst attached to the Miami Metro Police Department as a cover-up, Dexter skillfully manages to dispose the bodies of those whom he had killed. In July 2025, the television series Dexter Resurrection, Episode 4, referenced Robert Pickton as the pig farmer in regard to the character of Leon Prater, who hosted parties for a group of serial killers. Art imitating real life? Several themes from Dexter overlap with the death of Robert Pickton, the real-life Canadian pig farmer serial killer who operated in the 1990s. Recently, on the 25th of September in 2025, Martin Charest imitated Dexter's vigilantism by pleading guilty to killing serial killer Robert Pickton, who, like Dexter, skillfully disposed of the bodies of his victims by feeding them to pigs. Robert Pickton used to host several parties on his pig farm attended by dignitaries, not by fellow serial killers as in the TV series. Yet at the same time, he kidnapped sex workers, killed them, dismembered their bodies, allegedly kept the meat in a freezer and fed it to his pigs. Martin Charest and Robert Pickton were both incarcerated at the Port Cartier Maximum Security Facility, where Martin often overheard 75-year-old Robert bragging about 49 women whom he had killed, and that he would continue killing women if he was released. He was eligible to apply for parole in February 2024. On the 31st of May 2024, Martin Charest overheard Robert in another conversation, but this time he was telling another inmate he would have killed and he would have liked to cannibalize a baby who had belonged to one of his victims. According to Martin, this signed Robert's death warrant. He jammed the lock of a small room, lured Robert inside, and attacked him with a broomstick. Guards outside could not open the door and finally released gas into the room. By the time they forced open the door, Martin had jammed the broomstick in Robert's face. Robert Pickton never gained consciousness and died in hospital a few days later. Martin Charest pleaded guilty to first-degree murder. On the 25th of September 2025, during his sentencing, he told the judge, "I lost control, Mr. Judge. It is regrettable, but it happened. And if I don't have any remorse, I know that we can't take justice into our own hands, but I killed him for the victims, not for myself." Was Martin Charest referring to the known victim count of Robert Pickton, or those who would have been exposed to him in future if he was paroled? Only 6 of Robert Pickton's 27 known victims got justice. On the 9th of December 2007, Pickton was found not guilty on 6 counts of first-degree murder, but he was found guilty on 6 counts of second-degree murder, and 2 days later, British Columbia Supreme Court Judge Justice James Williams sentenced him to life with no possibility of parole for 25 years. He died 17 years later, beaten to death by the hand of a fellow prisoner. In medieval times, Robert Pickton's pigs could have been charged with murder in a public trial and hanged. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please subscribe to the channel and leave your comments. If you are seriously interested in an academic professional approach to criminal profiling, please join my Patreon or Substack premium accounts.